co-host start the recording from your end?
I started it.
Okay, so this meeting will be recorded and it will be posted on our YouTube channel. If you want to know what that is for future reference, that is just Gator Keypad. If you were comfortable, it would be preferable if you could turn your camera on, especially at the Q&A section at the end so that we can meet everybody. And please mute yourself unless you're talking, which you guys seem to be doing. But if, in case nobody knew this, if you want to temporarily unmute yourself for asking a question or something, you can press and hold the space bar. And there, again, will be a Q&A section at the end.
All right, so we're gonna start with an icebreaker. It's gonna be Never Have I Ever with Theme Park Edition, which I guess is the evilest thing we can imagine.
Of course.
So the rules are, I'm gonna say something and you're gonna turn off your camera if you've done what I've said. And then the last person with their screen video feed on wins. Is everybody ready? Okay. Never have I ever skipped class to go to the parks. So if you have, you should turn off your camera. Never have I ever puked after getting off a ride. Never have I ever left a ride after standing in line because you got scared. Never have I ever drank around the world at Epcot. Never have I ever ridden a wooden roller coaster. Never have I ever bought a Christmas or birthday gift at the gift shop at a theme park. Never have I ever had to sign a
I think we're at the last person already.
There? Oh, look at that.
Did I win?
You won!
Yay! Do I get a ticket to a theme park? I don't know.
Oh, yes, to a theme park of your imagination.
That's the best one.
Wow, that only took 6 of my list of 10. Amazing.
Everyone here loves theme parks so much.
I can definitely send out a member of the week certificate.
Normally you would leave with a certificate, but we're not meeting in person.
You'll get a.
Actually, okay, so I think I played this game wrong. I did ride a roller coaster, but I
Oh!
messed up the question. So I did not win. So I do not get a certificate. I apologize.
So then
Who won then? Who got out by round 2?
I think
Just
I
turn your
was
camera off again.
confused on how to play.
It's okay. We're testing out all of these features and things like that. This is just all right. Who got out by round 3?
round 3 was you left a ride after standing in line because you got scared.
4? What was that?
4 was you drank around the world at Epcot.
5?
Ridden a wooden roller coaster.
Okay, we're getting back down again.
6 is you bought a Christmas or birthday gift at a gift shop at a theme park. And 7 was you had to sign a Disney or Universal NDA.
Oh,
One left.
One left.
okay, we have a different winner. All right, congratulations, Nicholas.
Oh, wait, I didn't know we were replaying. I'll be completely honest.
Okay, you all win. You're all
Okay.
equally wonderful. You can turn your
That's
camera
my fault.
So I guess that means you might have won, Fishman, but
Yeah, I think Fishman might have won then.
congrats.
You're muted.
You're all winners. Everyone wins. I'm gonna start sharing my screen again.
So wait, if you had not done it, you had to turn off your camera?
No. Okay.
I had done it.
Everyone's a winner.
Oh, okay.
No one gets a certificate.
Okay.
Thank you for indulging us on that. Let's see. So next slide. Is this sharing?
Yes.
Again? Okay, perfect. What's mine? Okay, so about TPED. So TPED is a multidisciplinary student group that aims to connect and prepare students who are looking to enter the themed entertainment industry. We also serve as a social hub for people who like theme parks, so you don't have to necessarily be going into the industry to participate. Currently, we have 2 design teams, and we participate in networking events and several outside competitions, as well as an internal one that we host on campus every year called Swamp Thrills. And these are some cute photos from some of our events, such as game night, and this is from one of the Swamp Thrills submissions last year. So in terms of this semester, our current goals are first and foremost to stay connected, and that means trying as hard as we can to do everything that we have done in the past and just bringing it online. That includes keeping our competition and just doing it virtually, as well as making sure that we are able to do all of our design teams and things like that from the comfort of your own home. Secondly, we're trying to reach out more. This is both in terms of making sure that we have connections with our current members, as well as reaching out to different departments on campus, trying to increase our diversity of members, both in just interests as well as majors. And lastly, of course, trying to keep social. One of the biggest things that we were focusing on last spring was adding a lot more social events, which seemed to be a hit. It's going to be a bit different, obviously, this year, but there's definitely going to be a lot of social events to come, and we're going to be trying out a lot of new stuff. All right, so these are some team member introductions. So first, I am Ellie. I'm a 4th-year mechanical engineering major. Oh, yeah, I'm the president. I'm also a scenic design minor. I am a theater nerd, and I do a lot of scenic design, usually 2 to 4 sets every year. I also like to cook, draw, build things, and sing karaoke. I do a lot of drafting, and I have a 574 Duolingo streak. So I doubt any of you can beat that, but if you can, let me know. We should form a club.
Hi everyone, I am Sierra Simpson. I'm the vice president. I am a 5th-year civil engineering major. I'm also a design team captain in the structural subgroup. And my favorite part of theme parks are haunted houses at Halloween Horror Nights and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, because of course that's the best.
Hello, I am John, and it's very loud in my bedroom right now, but I'm a 4th-year computer science student. I got an electrical engineering minor, and I was once robbed by a very aggressive squirrel at Epcot. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I'm the treasurer, so I do the money stuff.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel. I'm a 4th-year advertising major with a concentration in psychology. I'm a Disney College Program alum. I was an attractions cast member in Fantasyland, so if anyone, I know it's not going on now, but anyone has DCP questions, please ask me. I love Disney. I'm a diehard Disney person. Tower Terror is my favorite ride. And go to Wawa. I'm from Pennsylvania originally, where they started, so if you guys have any, you need more like order requests or anything, let me know. And I like to be outside and be active and take weekend trips to different places, especially Orlando, to go to theme parks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Christopher Copeland. I'm a design team captain for the roller coaster design team, and I'm a structural engineering student going for a master's in structural engineering. I'm currently interning part-time at BRPH and a former intern at Skyline Attractions. And yeah, I like roller coasters.
Hi, I'm Grace Corsmo. I'm the new concept design team captain. I'm a third-year scenic design major, and I just added a digital arts and science minor. My top 3 hobbies include baking, Disney, baking, and making lists, which in that it is a list, so it was really fun to make. And then I also love Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor so much. I go every time. It's the funniest thing in the Magic Kingdom for sure.
Hello, my name is Justin Lawrence. I'm a 5th-year computer engineering student. I am another one of the third, I think, design team captain that we've had so far. I do the control subgroup for the design team. In my spare time, I work on an iOS application called LogRide, and I guess, yeah, my Animal Crossing island is called Wahoo, based on the Wii Sports Resort Island.
All right, I'm wrapping it up. Hello, everyone. I'm Will. I'm the mechanical design team captain for the roller coaster design team this semester. 4th-year mechanical engineering student. For anyone who knows me, I'm a huge fan of Hagrid's out at Islands of Adventure. And starting up next week, I'm going to be a rides tech out at SeaWorld again. So looking forward. All right, so one of the things that we have that we're starting this year, we're going to see how it goes, but it seems like a really cool opportunity to keep people involved virtually is we're going to have office hours, essentially. So I know quite a few people on this list for these times are design team captains, so some of it's aimed more to help out with design team issues and questions, but it's also if people have any questions about the industry, about how to get involved in the industry, especially with everything being online right now, or just more about how to get involved in the club or events that may be going on or anything like that. Or if you just want to come and talk about theme parks, because we all love theme parks, be sure to stop by. We would love to talk to anyone. So there's going to be more information on this posted both on the TPED website, which I believe the link is on the Facebook page, as well as the TPED Discord page. There's an office hours tab, so there will be more information coming there.
So this will get into the 2 of our design team projects we have going on. So the first one is the roller coaster design team. So here you guys can see some pictures about it. So this team is working to engineer and design, get it the name of the club, functioning model roller coaster. So this is going to take into account basically a scaled down version of what you see in real life, going from a whole bunch of multidisciplinary aspects of it. So in this, we have 4 sub-teams, which is controls, which they're kind of working on the circuitry, programming, and all that of the ride to make sure no trains collide, and basically the whole ride is operable by the push of a button. There's a creative team, which is kind of self-explanatory. Works on the theming, aesthetics, and more conceptual design of the ride. Mechanical sub-team will work on the propulsions, braking mechanisms, and trains, basically everything that moves. And structural is the last subgroup, and they're basically quite literally the team that holds everything up. So this team is designed to give you experience, so you don't have to have any experience to require to join. You just have to have the ability and willing to work. So we have meetings every Monday at 7 p.m. and feel free to join the Facebook group, which is the QR code there. But we'll also post all these slides later, so if you don't catch it now, it's no big deal. And we'll post all the Zoom links and relevant information on that Facebook page. And there's a neat little render of what we've done so far, and also some circuits.
Hi. So this semester we're starting another design team, the concept design team, which is going to focus more on storytelling and design of attractions and land theming. So last fall I participated in Ryerson, which was really awesome because I just got to the entire team, we got to really be immersed in the theme park industry for like 4 whole days and just working on projects and creating these stories that we were based on some different parameters that we were given, but then being able to create a story and create an attraction that you're really proud of with people who are different majors than you, and being able to collaborate on that and use your different talents and your strengths and your skills to be able to create an awesome story that you're all really passionate about was so awesome. And so I really wanted to bring that into TPED, especially because storytelling and design are such important parts of theme parks. And so We're going to be working from the Imagineering in a Box course from Walt Disney Imagineering on Khan Academy, just as sort of a jumping off point for our concepts. And so depending on how many people, I think we'll have a few different smaller teams between like 6 and 9 people who will create their own story concept and develop their land from there, and all working on, you know, creating the media that we want to create. So if you want to build a scale model of your land, do it. If you want to, you know, draw all the signage for your land, if you want to work on it, like, it's just going to be an opportunity to do all the things that you want to do and just like be able to sort of go crazy and like sort of like a blue sky lab almost. And so all majors are welcome. I think it's going to be a really great opportunity just to like flex our creative muscles and get to create some really awesome and amazing stories. So that's going to start next week. On Thursday, we're going to have a meeting every Thursday at 7 p.m. And our first meeting will be next week. And then if you haven't joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group. That's where I'll post all the updates about Creative Design Team, and it's going to be super fun. I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. So yeah.
And just one other note with the design teams real quick is feel free to join both of them. They run on different days of the week. So if you're interested in both, feel free to show up to both. We would love to have you. And the next thing we want to talk about is a Swamp Throws design competition, which is something we host here on the University of Florida, and it's a really cool opportunity. So usually Swamp Throws runs in the spring, but as you know, that didn't work out very well. So instead, we're going to be having what we want to call Swamp Throws 1.5, which is going to be in the fall, and it's going to be entirely online. So this is a really cool competition, and we've already worked on a lot of the prompts and have all of them designed and ready to release. But there'll be 3 different prompts. One is mostly purely conceptual, one is very technical, and one is kind of a combination of the two. And you can compete in however many you want of these, being it just one or all 3. There'll be industry judges judging you and giving you feedback, constructive on how you should design them or what they think of your work. And also it's an excellent networking opportunity. There'll be more details to be announced soon. And if you have any questions, you can ask Ellie, me, or any of the other team members working on this. But it'll be hosted entirely online, like I said, and it's free to enter, so you don't have to pay anything. And yeah, very fun time.
And just a note on Swamp Throws, we will still be hosting the technical 3rd Swamp Throw competition in the spring as well. This is kind of going to be, number one, a trial run in case that one does have to go virtual as well. So this is a bit of a less intense version of the competition, though it still will have a lot of involved prompts, but it's just going to be over a little bit of a longer period of time, and will be a lot more open with you about collaborating if you guys have questions, but there will be another one in spring.
Hello, it's me again. So Ryerson Invitational Thrill Design Competition is normally in person at Universal, but of course we cannot have that this year. And Ryerson is also a university in Canada, if you did not know. So they've been going back and forth with Universal. It is happening virtually this year, but more on, there will still be a team with a set number of people who will apply to be on the team, and they will then compete in challenges over different areas of time, and you'll submit it virtually and just get feedback on your project. But I think if you're interested in going to Ryerson in the future, if you're an underclassman and maybe this is your first competition, I would say definitely apply to be on Ryerson. We don't have applications now, but we will have applications soon in the future. But we had almost the entire team, I think the entire team from last year had never done Ryerson before. But if you're interested in competing in design competitions in the future, if you think this just might be a cool project to do, if you're at home, and I think that it's going to be just such a fun opportunity, and to sort of like dip your feet in the water and see how you feel about it. And if you also want a guaranteed spot on the Ryerson team, our competition chair is a set member on our Ryerson team, and so that's something that interests you. If you feel like you would be a good liaison between the different people and universities who host competitions, you would be the main point of contact for that as the competition chair. It was really fun. That's what my role was last year. And so being able to be that liaison and be the organizer, organizing the team was a great way to be a part of it. So yeah, and if you have any questions about Ryerson or competition chair, feel free to let me know.
All right, so here's some more general club update stuff.
All right, so we have a lot of officer positions that are going to be up for grabs this semester. If you have questions about the ones, we're going to go over each one that's up. But if you have any questions, talk to either the people that used to have the position or anybody that's currently an officer. We can always answer any questions. Submissions for the new officers will be due next Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. So let's learn about them. Some open positions are a new technical and creative chair, also a publicity chair, and a publicity team member, because the publicity chair has a lot to do and the publicity team member can help the PR chair with all the stuff that they have to do. We also have the competition chair that Grace was just talking about, and also a secretary to take notes during meetings so that our lovely president doesn't have to do that anymore.
All right, so the technical chair, basically, our most recent technical chair was Chris with a K, so if you have any questions, you can talk to him, but I've also done the role. Your main job is to be almost a liaison to the more, I guess, technical majors on campus or people with technical skills. You help run workshops, especially things like SolidWorks, AutoCAD, anything like that, and create skill building resources for that. You're automatically a member of the Swamp Thrills Committee, which is the group that is in charge of creating the prompts and sending out things about the competition. And you work in tandem with the creative chair, but you also have a bit of free reign over what types of projects you want to work on with the creative chair. And similarly, the creative chair is the exact same thing, but on the more creative side. So you're a liaison to the non-technical and artistic majors on campus, such as theater, advertising, anything like that. Again, you do work in tandem with the technical chair. You kind of are peas in a pod. And workshops that you would be in charge of would be things for, I don't know, Photoshop, anything like that. That would be more creative concept generation, stuff like that. And if you have any questions about this, you can speak to me.
All right, so the publicity chair is basically the public relations chair, which I am now. So you're going to maintain the club's social media presence. So you're creating the LinkedIn posts, Facebook posts, Instagrams. And then with that, you're also creating flyers that can be used for Instagram stories or hung around campus. So hopefully we get back to going in person, creating Instagram posts, taking pictures at club events. Like we'll take one for the Zoom meeting afterwards. And then you also are in charge of sending out mass newsletters on club events and just keeping ourselves out there and updating the Facebook page and answering any questions any members might have. Along with that, which will be on the next slide, there's also the publicity team member, which can help with that. So if you want a role that's like not as intense and you just kind of want to dip your feet into an officer position, that's a great opportunity to get involved. And it's really fun. You get to make different flyers. So if you have any creative experience or you want to gain more, this would be a great role for you.
All right, so that leads into the new officer positions. So these are positions that were created specifically just this year. There are going to be 3 new positions, although for the publicity team member, there can be more than one. The first, as Grace said, is the competition chair. It's not necessarily a new position, but rather than just being called the Ryerson chair, you will now be a liaison in charge of coordinating and advertising, getting all the information out for all of the competitions that we participate in each year, including Cornell and Swamp Thrills. A publicity team member, as Rachel explained, works underneath the publicity chair. You can help with things like the website, creating promotional material, and one thing we're really trying to do is get people to take photos during events. That'll be, I guess, more probably once we start doing things in person, but that's still a good opportunity. And for people who are underclassmen or maybe have a little bit less time to commit than being a full officer or don't know, it's a great position to kind of start out since it's a little more open-ended. And then finally, pretty much self-explanatory, is the secretary, who will be taking notes at meetings and organizing things such as our officer team Google Drive to kind of keep us a little bit more organized. And the secretary will also work with the publicity chair to update the website. Speaking of the website, we have a website. The link is shown. I guess there will also be a QR at the end of the presentation. But our website was created over the summer. It will host all of our events, club photos, FAQs. So that means that although we will still be posting and notifying on Facebook, if you want to see everything at once, if you want to basically just have a hub for information that is updated but does stay constant and is, you know, you're not being bombarded with constant notifications from Facebook, the website is a great tool for that. We also have the office hours, which Will spoke about earlier, and a club calendar posted there. And for those of you that are in the design team, there will be exercises for learning different softwares for your particular subgroup, as well as explanations of what the design teams do. And we will also have videos of our meetings, of our events, and of our workshops that will be posted as the YouTube channel is essentially embedded into the homepage. So feel free to check this out.
We also have a Discord server so that you can talk amongst yourselves with all of your new TPED friends. We also have an updates or announcements channel, it's called, but and then you can also get help with classes, homework, and other advice if you want to sign up. If you want to join the Discord server, there is a Google form that you have to fill out first, and then we send you the invite to it.
As a note, the Discord server is going to be a really great resource for things like Zoom links because we have, well, as Sierra said, announcement servers, and we will be posting things there that everyone can see, will be constant, but necessarily aren't completely public like the Facebook page. So I would consider joining if you have not already.
One new thing we're going to try out this semester is a mentor-mentee program. So it's going to be a great way for people to connect to other members on a one-on-one level, because we're going to try to group members together with similar interests and goals, with like a younger underclassman with an upperclassman, so they can like get advice of how their mentor got into the industry with different internships or something like that. Starting at the next GBM, which is going to be in 2 weeks from now on September 23rd, I believe. We're going to have a social event where you'll get to know some of the members a little bit better. And then after that, we'll be able to start pairing up our different members to form the mentor-mentee groups. And the idea is we can hopefully form on/on-campus pods, depending on how everything goes. But that's going to be a really cool opportunity to let our members get to know each other in a different way and to get more interaction, which is going to be especially important since everything is all virtual.
So we took a survey at the end of the year, and one of our big things that we got back is you guys wanted there to be more consistency in our meeting schedule. So for this year, we are going to have a consistent meeting schedule where every other Wednesday there'll be a GBM at the same time over Zoom, obviously. So come on out to those. We're going to have social events, guest speakers, panels, workshops, and more, I guess. So hope to see you guys all there.
All right, thank everybody so much for coming. I will post this slide, which has, I'll keep this up for a few minutes, but it has our Discord sign up, which would be for the, it's a Google form that makes us know that you're not some random crazy person from the internet trying to get into our Discord. And officer applications are there as well for people who are interested in applying to any of the positions that we listed before, including the new positions. Then again, there's a link for the Facebook and a link for the website. But we are opening up to questions now. So if anybody has any of those, feel free to fire away.
I was just going to say, I'm going to put the concept design team Facebook link in the chat. And then if Chris or someone else on the other design team wants to put their Facebook link in the chat so people can join right now, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can
Also
get,
too, just because PR stuff, can we take a quick Zoom photo before everyone hops off?
Heck yes.
If,
Well-
Ellie, if you want to stop sharing your screen so we can take like a gap.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so slow.
Yeah, no, you're good.
There we go.
All right. Let me give me 1 second. Okay, wait. Ellie, do you have a Mac? Could you possibly take it?
How do you do that? I'm so sorry.
It's sorry, I have a PC, so it's really.
Control-Shift-4 and then draw a square.
Control
Oh.
Shift 4.
Or Command-Shift-4 if you're on a Mac.
Okay.
Command-Shift-4, and then it will invite you to draw a square.
Okay, everyone, say cheese. Okay, I think I took it.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions, comments? And the links and everything will be posted in the Facebook page and in the Discord. So, but if you're not on those, let me just share that real quick again.
If I can interject for 1 second real quick here. So if you have any questions now, feel free to ask them. But if you come with any questions in the future, don't forget office hours will be both in the Discord on that channel as well as on the website. So future questions, feel free to attend those.
And you can ask your questions in the chat too, if you feel uncomfy sharing your voice.
I have a question about like becoming an officer. So in order to become like a very like an effective or efficient officer, do we work with the people who are currently in the chair right now, or are we going to learn like as we go?
Luckily, pretty much everybody, all of the positions that are open, except for obviously the new ones, there are past members that have held those positions. So you will have those resources available. But yeah, they're definitely, we've made a document essentially that we will be sharing on the website hopefully tonight about all of the different officer positions, and as well feel free to reach out to any of us. Most of us have held multiple different officer positions, but no, you will not be forced to pick it up as you go along unless
Yeah, I was very scared. I was like, I don't even know where to start.
no worries.
And that's why we added some of the other officer positions too, is for like, if you maybe want to work your way up to being vice president or being a larger role, like you can start off as as the secretary and sort of see what you want to do and how you want to get involved. So it's a really good opportunity to be a part of planning and be a part of our team without taking on as much responsibility, especially in this like crazy time.
Okay, thank you.
I had a quick question as well.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, competition-wise, how similar is Swamp Thrills to Ryerson?
I have not done Ryerson, and also Ryerson is now going to be online, so we don't even know if Ryerson is going to be that similar to Ryerson, but I can explain Swamp Thrills a little bit better. Essentially, you'll be given a prompt this time about a month before, and you'll be in a team of about 2 to 4 people, or 2 to 6 depending, and you will have time to work on that prompt and fill it out, and then you'll be presenting on a specific day in front of industry judges who will judge you in real time. So it's kind of a combination of a couple different ones. You have, the benefit of having, the extended time to work on things, but you also have the benefit of meeting your judges face to face, unlike something like Cornell, where you just kind of wait for 2 months before you get your results back. So it's kind of a combination, if that answers your question at all. But it's also good for people that are newer to competitions. That's kind of a good starting point.
And normally how like in-person Ryerson goes is you have 1 or 2 challenges that you are competing in, and you get part of the information before you arrive. So then you work on that part before you get there. And then once you get to Ryerson, you get all of the other challenges that you're competing in. I think we competed in 4 challenges last year, and you got the other 3 challenges that we were competing in, the full specs for that. So you only get about half of the specs, and the rest of that you do while you're there in the 3 days that you're there. So we had a lot of late nights, a lot of working on projects while we were there. So Swamp Thrills is more preparation before you get a larger time period. It's less like extreme pressure, but there's still that challenge with it.
All right, awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, so we have some questions in the chat, looks like. Sorry, I'm a little blind. All right. The team size for Swamp Thrills, that will be approximately probably 2 to 6 people, the same as last year. So it's the whole point of the competition is to try to team up with people that work a little bit maybe outside of your skill set. So the teams will be small, but it would be preferable to have people who are more creative and technical, especially if you're working on the combined prompt. But 2 to 6, I think, is what the team size will be probably. Yes. Info from this meeting will be posted on the Facebook. These slides will be posted as well. I believe we recorded this. Hopefully it worked. Cool. Okay, it says recording pause. I was just checking. So that will be posted on our YouTube page, which you can either obviously get to through YouTube. It's just Gator TPED, or you can go to the website and it's embedded into the homepage. But it will all be available, of course.
So if we decide to apply for like an officer position, typically like how much time do you guys usually put into, like how much extra time do you do for that position?
That's a good question. For a lot of the positions, they're quite open-ended. For example, the technical chair and the creative chair have a lot of, I guess, leeway with what they specifically can do for workshops. I'd say a couple hours a week, usually. We have an officer meeting every other week in between the GBMs, and then obviously the GBMs are like an hour or 2 commitment, but it's nothing insane, especially for positions that are smaller, like the PR team members. So, and also if you ever have any things that become busy, we're all in pretty difficult majors, so I don't think many of us have had extreme amount of problems, especially with the positions that are currently open, with having too much of a time commitment to the club to, get academics done or anything.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Of course. Do we have any other questions? All right.
Yeah.
Well, oh, sorry.
Sorry. About when in the semester do we expect Swamp Thrills to be?
Did we decide October, November-y? We have rough dates.
It's the second weekend of November.
Thank you. Yes, so prompts will be announced before then, but like second weekend of November is when we've pretty much decided the actual day of competition will be, which will be a Zoom conference. Essentially, you'll be presenting, you'll be allowed to share your screen for your presentation, all your team members will present. It's gonna be the same thing as Swamp Those last year if you attended last year, but online. Apologize, my dog is tearing through the filing cabinet next to me right now.
For the question, how can I join concept design team if I can't use Facebook? Let me think about that, because that was going to be my main form of communication, but we can probably create a Discord if you use Discord just for the concept design team, probably a channel on our TPED Discord where we can post concept design team updates and information. Does that work as well if I make a Discord channel?
You could also make a tab on our website.
Yes, and also the tab on the website.
I'm making a tab on the website that you'll be able to access with things like that. And if you go to the events page on the website, there will be Zoom links for everything. That includes every workshop, every design team meeting, both concept and creative that we have. And also, I think we've created a team, like a Microsoft Teams for the coaster team, so we could also consider doing that for concept, but that first informational meeting will be next week, so keep an eye out for that link if you yeah, and also feel free to contact any of us by email or text or anything if you have anyone's numbers, and we can get that link to you.
So I'll make the concept design team Discord channel tonight. So if you're already on the Discord, you can do that. But then I would say the main is Facebook. Yes.
Also, to promote the Discord server, we have a fiery conversation in the chat room right now. It's talking about debating rides. And fun fact, in our Discord, we have a debate rides section. So if you want to bring this to the after party, that'll be at the Discord session.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Griffin. Yeah, the Discord actually it's not just for information. We have a lot of different channels for things like we have one called Ride Ideas Nobody Asked For, which can also get a little bit spicy, but it's also a social hub for things. It's easy to do things like game nights and things like that on Discord as well. So and over the summer we did a series of different little mini workshops and activities on there, which was pretty fun. So I would highly suggest joining the Discord if you haven't already.
And just got a little buried in the ride debate about dinosaur, but Claudio asked if there is a link for the coaster design team.
There was a Facebook group link way up into the chat. I can put
it's right under where Grace posted.
Here, I'm gonna repost it at the bottom real quick.
7:35. Nice. Oh, let's see if I can repost.
If I can find it again.
I did it.
You did it?
Yeah.
I was muted and just talking. I apologize.
And if you're feeling fancy, you can join the creative side of the coaster design team and the concept design team and be the ultimate creative person in TPED. That's a good way to get involved in both ones if you're more creative.
Yeah, all this wonderful conversation in the chat happens in the Discord. It's a great time.
And you can actually do emotes in the Discord, so it's even better than it is here. I love how everyone's talking, but just silently, and we're still looking at each other. Do we have any further questions? Does anyone need any links to anything or have any confusion about where we'll be posting what? All right, well, thank you all so much for coming and also for bearing with us through a very painful icebreaker as we've been trying to figure out how to do these Zoom meetings. Later, we will be sending out a form basically so that you can let us know what you liked about this meeting, what you guys would like to see from us so that we can better format things in the future. But we're looking forward to your input and looking forward to getting to know you guys this semester even more. So thank you all so much for coming. Drop down to one page.
Nice background, Peyton.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Oh. I didn't even notice.
No.
Thank you, Peyton.
Will's back in here 3 times again.
Oh man. The problem is more people are going to start catching on, and there's going to end up being like 20 of me at some point.
That's what has to happen.
Definitely.
Everyone needs to be Will.
Now there's 3 Wills in this chat.
Like Spartacus.
Who's the third one?
There's Will.
Me, I have 2. I have my desktop and my laptop.
Oh wow.
He's trying to make it look like we have more people showing up to the GBMs.
Have dynamic Will, widescreen Will, and full screen Will.
Oh, I love it.
More Wills.
Oh, that's funny.
We probably don't need to be recording anymore, Grace.
Oh,